Welcome back. So, Escalation Unveiled, NATO's nuclear drills and French forces in Ukraine. So, welcome back to JPCE Spiritual Talk. It's Chair Campbell. So, this evening, we have a jam-packed episode that dives deep into the escalating tensions between Russia, Ukraine, and NATO, and some startling developments involving French military personnel. Buckle up as we unravel the complexities of these international conflicts and bring you objective insights into the unfolding drama. So, let's get started. The screen shared over, get right to it. All right. So all these articles, I put together the commentary after reading and going over them. So according to Vladimir Teleskov of the Russian FSB, he warned that NATO is conducting nuclear strike simulations near Russian borders amid rising tensions during the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. He cited increased NATO surveillance and training, including nuclear scenarios, and called for enhanced border security measures. Reports also emerged of an attack on Russia's VM radar, which is crucial for its nuclear early warning. Also, this involved a drone attack that was launched by Ukrainian intelligence. Further strikes on Russian radar stations raised concerns about escalating nuclear risks. Colonel Marcus Rezinier of the Austrian Armed Forces suggests such a task could significantly increase the likelihood of nuclear war, as these radars are crucial in Russia's capability to detect and respond to nuclear threats. He speculated the U.S. might be behind these Ukrainian attacks, potentially provoking Russian nuclear retaliation. So Russia, Ukraine, and NATO tensions. So here we're centering around the growing tensions between Russia and NATO. The situation is becoming increasingly dire, with NATO forces conducting nuclear strike simulation exercises near the Russian borders, leading to severe concerns for Moscow, with Russian officials warning of potential nuclear retaliation. How did we get to this point? What exactly are these nuclear simulations that NATO is conducting? NATO's exercises involve practicing scenarios that simulate nuclear strikes near Russian territory. These drills are part of the alliance's regular military training. Still, their proximity to Russia has raised alarms in Moscow, suggesting they could be seen as preparation for an actual nuclear strike. How has Russia responded to these exercises? Russia has issued strong warnings claiming these simulations threaten their very existence of a Russian state. That's what they're claiming. High-ranking officials have called for urgent measures to secure their borders and have hinted at the possibility of a nuclear response if they perceive an imminent threat. Has there been any direct attacks linked to this tension? Yes. There have been recent Ukrainian drone attacks on Russian radar systems, which are critical for detecting intercontinental ballistic missiles. These radars are also vital to Russia's early warning system. Said that already. Damage to these systems could severely impair Russia's ability to respond to a nuclear strike, escalating the risk of more broader conflict in that region. Who might be behind these attacks, and what are the implications? There is speculation, of course, that the United States is behind these Ukrainian attacks, aiming to weaken Russia's defensive capabilities. This kind of strategic targeting could provoke a severe response from Russia, potentially leading to a nuclear confrontation if their early warning systems are well compromised. What are the broader implications of these attacks on Russian radar systems? The attacks on Russian radar systems are significant because they undermine Russia's ability to detect and respond to missile threats, increasing the risk of miscalculation and escalation to nuclear conflict. Furthermore, it raises the stakes in the ongoing conflict, potentially drawing more international actors into this confrontation, if that makes sense. So as we move on to the French military involvement in Ukraine. So the French military involvement in Ukraine. So French military trainers go to Ukraine. Kiev confirms. Will the Russians beat them? So the Chief General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Oskar Salisky, confirmed that French military instructors will soon arrive at Ukrainian training centers. Following agreement with French Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu, This initiative, part of a broader support strategy endorsed by French President Macron, includes the provision of enhanced military aid such as the Aster and Scout missiles. Additionally, France's commitment is hoped to encourage similar support from other nations. In contrasting reports, Colonel Vitaly Kileslev from Lusnek People's Republic claimed over 1,000 French mercenaries were engaged in the Donbass conflict, with some captured by Russian forces. He noted that the foreign military personnel, including from other European countries, are significant and also expanding. These developments come as Lithuania expressed readiness to join a France-led coalition to train Ukrainian forces amid reports of NATO's involvement in training near the front lines. Meanwhile, France faces scrutiny over reports of a French Foreign Legion casualty in Donetsk, which it officially denies. What are the implications of French military trainers in Ukraine? Why is France sending military instructors to Ukraine? France's initiative is a broader effort to bolster Ukraine's defense capabilities against Russian aggression. By training Ukrainian soldiers, France aims to enhance their combat readiness and support Ukraine's ongoing conflict with Russia. What has been the response from Russia and other international actors? Russian officials have expressed strong disapproval. They view this move as a direct intervention by NATO in the conflict, arguing that it could escalate the situation further. Meanwhile, other NATO countries, including Lithuania, have shown readiness to join this training initiative, indicating a growing international coalition supporting Ukraine. What are the broader implications of French military trainers in Ukraine? The implications are significant. It shows a tangible increase in Western military support for Ukraine, which could boost Ukrainian morale and effectiveness on the battlefield. Its risk further aggravates Russia, which may see this as a direct threat and escalation of NATO's involvement, leading to retaliative measures from Russia, not just against Ukraine, but potentially against other countries involved. Talking about nuclear strikes, right? It sets precedent for other NATO countries to follow, potentially increasing the scope of international involvement. The conflict, it could help resolve it quicker or make it more protracted and widespread. Are French military personnel already involved in Ukraine? Yes. There have been reports, right? So there has been reports of 1,000 French mercenaries and legionnaires in Donbass. Russian forces have captured some of these soldiers, and a French paratrooper was recently killed in Donetsk. It's unverified report, which we'll see in a second. I just wanted to put that out there. It's unverified, okay? It's all about being objective, right? So, 1,000 French mercenaries and legionnaires in Donbass. So there have been reports of them. Russian forces have captured some of these soldiers, and a French paratrooper was recently killed in Donetsk. Like I said, it's unverified. This direct involvement has heightened tensions and raised questions about the extent of foreign military presence in Ukraine. What does the future hold for this conflict, given these developments? The situation is highly fluid and dangerous. The presence of foreign military trainers and mercenaries could lead to increased military engagements and potentially more casualties. Diplomatic efforts will be crucial in preventing further escalation and finding a true path to peace. Right? So let's look at this for a second before we close out. So here's a picture of what is supposed to be a dead French legionnaire, right? So here's a picture. Unverified, right there in that one. It says French soldier killed in Ukraine, unverified, right? So just showing us a picture. Pics above reportedly show a corpse of French Foreign Legion trooper dead after making a mistake and trying to take on Russian soldiers. The soldier is allegedly, right, it's unverified, member of France's 2nd Foreign Parachute Regiment, okay? Let's keep that in mind. It is unverified, but there is a picture, right? Is that in Ukraine? Could be. Is it not in Ukraine? Don't know. Where is it at? Or it could be. Right? So we always have to be fair. Right? So let's close out. So thank you all again. So that's it for today's episode of JPCE Spiritual Talk. Right? We'll keep you informed as the conflict evolves with latest developments and in-depth analysis. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss an update. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you next time. So I love you all so much. Leave some feedback in the comment section. Let me know what I can improve on. What do you want to see more of the news? All right? Just let me know. I'll report on anything. Just let me know. All right? I love you all so much. Thank you for following. So we'll close out. All right. Thank you all again for following. Hope you enjoyed that really quick report. I hope it was thorough enough for all of you. Thank you all again. I tried to make these quick and to the point. All right. I love you all so much. Have a blessed evening. I love you all so much. Now.